You're staring at your phone right now. The screen is silent, and there's a quiet anxiety building in your chest because she hasn't replied, and you feel like something just went wrong. But here's the truth. Nothing just went wrong. It went wrong a long time ago. You just didn't notice it. You slowly lost control and handed it over to her. You believed that if you were kind enough, available enough, caring enough, she would choose you. But that belief is exactly why you lost. Because attraction is not built on kindness, it's built on tension. And the moment you understand that, everything changes. The world taught you to give more, to prove yourself, to be the good guy. But no one told you that the one who is trying to prove himself is already standing below, and the one who stands below is never chosen. That's why the more you chase, the more you lose. This game is not about looks, it's not about money, it's about your frame. And the man who controls the frame is the man who controls himself. Today, I'm going to give you 6 principles that will take you from being the nice guy to being the one in control. But understand this. Once you see this, you can't go back. First, absence. If you are always available, you are not valuable. Simple. Humans value what is limited. You reply instantly, you're always free. You rearrange your life the moment she shows interest, and you think that builds attraction. It doesn't. It signals low value. When you're not there, that's when she starts thinking about you. Imagination builds attraction. Constant presence kills it. So stop being everywhere. Get busy with your purpose, not fake busy, real busy. Let your absence happen naturally, and watch what it does. Second, unpredictability. If you're predictable, you're replaceable. She knows how you'll react, what you'll say, when you'll show up. Game over. But when you become unpredictable, sometimes intense, sometimes distant, sometimes calm, she can't figure you out, and the moment she starts trying to understand you, she starts getting attached to you. Attention follows mystery. Third, become the mirror. Stop trying to impress her. Start understanding her. Most men talk about themselves, trying to prove their value. But a powerful man listens deeply. He asks questions no one else asks. He sees what others miss. And when a woman feels understood at that level, she opens up. But here's the key. You control the attention. You decide when to give it and when to pull it back. Fourth, destroy the pedestal. The moment you put her above you, you put yourself below her. And a man below is never respected. See her as human. Challenge her. Disagree with her. Tease her. Let her feel that you are not impressed. You are evaluating. Because respect comes before attraction. And without respect, there is nothing. Fifth, silence. You talk too much, you explain too much, and every word you say leaks your power. Silence is where power lives. When she tests you, don't react. Stay calm. Let the silence stretch. Let her feel it. Silence forces her to think, and the more she thinks about you, the deeper she gets pulled in. And finally, the most powerful principle, the willingness to walk away. If you need her, you lose. If you can live without her, you win. This is not something you fake. This is something you build. You create a life so full, so driven, that losing her doesn't break you. And when she feels that, everything shifts, because now she knows, if she crosses your boundaries, you're gone. And that's what creates real respect. Now here's the truth most people will never understand. None of this was about controlling her. It was about controlling yourself. Because you cannot control another human being, but you can control your mind. And the moment you master that, you don't chase, You attract. You don't beg, you choose. And that's the shift that changes everything. So don't go out there trying to play games. Go out there and master yourself. Kill the nice guy. And build the version of you that doesn't seek validation, but creates it. Because the throne you're looking for is not out there. It's inside you. If you're ready to stop chasing and start becoming the prize, type in the comments, "I choose control." Share this with someone who's still stuck in the cycle. And if you're ready to take this to the next level, subscribe to Silence Authority. This is not motivation. This is transformation. Remember, you are not here to be liked. You are here to be respected. Stay silent, stay dangerous, stay in control. Now understand the real problem. It's not that she hasn't replied. The problem is, her reply controls your mood. Your entire state depends on whether she gives you attention or not. And that is the most dangerous position you can be in, because it means you've lost emotional authority over your own life. You might look confident on the outside, but internally you're dependent. And dependence always creates weakness. Think about it. If a simple notification can break your focus, then anyone can control you. That's why you keep falling into the same pattern. Attraction, attachment, overthinking, anxiety, collapse. And every time you think the problem is her, but it's not. The problem is your system. You've tied your value to external validation. If she replies, you feel good. If she ignores you, you feel off. That means your identity is not stable, it's reactive. And anything reactive is controllable. So here's the solution. And this is not surface level advice, this is deep work. Step 1. Detach from the outcome. You send the message, but you release the expectation, because expectation creates anxiety. Step 2. Shift your focus. Put the phone down and return to your life, your work, your body, your skills, your mission. Because when your life is empty, you start depending on someone else to fill it. Step 3. Build internal validation. Stop trying to prove yourself. Start trusting yourself. When you truly believe in your own value, you don't need anyone else to confirm it. Step 4. Control your impulses. The moment you feel the urge to text again, pause. Don't act. Observe the urge, but don't obey it. That's where discipline is built. Step 5. Reframe the situation. Stop asking, "Why isn't she replying?" Start asking, "Does this person deserve my energy?" Because high-value people don't give attention, they invest it. And they invest only where there is return. Now here's the deeper truth. Attraction works in reverse. The more you need, the less you receive. The more detached you are, the more you attract. That's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to control the outcome, you gain control. Now imagine the same situation, but you're calm. Your phone is down. You're focused on your life. Whether she replies or not, it doesn't change your state. In that moment, the power shifts completely, because now you're not waiting, you're choosing. And that is the difference between someone who is needy and someone who is powerful. And understand this. This is not just about dating. This is about life. If you master this level of control here, you can apply it everywhere. Business, relationships, mindset, everything. Because real power is not out there. It's within you. And the moment you control yourself, you never need to control anyone else again. And now the game gets more dangerous. Because at this level, you're no longer just controlling yourself. You're starting to understand the dynamics. You begin to see that what people say is not as important as why they say it. Every message carries an intention. Every silence sends a signal. Every behavior follows a pattern. And the moment you start seeing this, you stop reacting and you start reading. That's the shift. You're no longer just a player, you're the observer. Now understand this. Attraction is not built on words, it's built on energy. What you say matters less than how you show up. If there's desperation inside you, insecurity, neediness, it will be felt, no matter how perfect your words are. But if you're calm, grounded, detached, you can say very little and still command attention. That's the invisible game. Now here's a dangerous truth. People will test you. They will reply late. They will create distance. They will shift their behavior, not randomly, but intentionally. They want to see how you react, because your reaction defines your value. If you panic, chase, over-explain, you lose. But if you remain calm, stable, unaffected, the dynamic flips instantly. Because now you're not trying to prove anything, you already are it. Now ask yourself, why do you react? The answer is simple: fear. You're afraid of losing attention, losing connection, being alone. And that fear is what makes you weak. So the next level is not to eliminate fear, but to face it. Put yourself in situations where you're alone, where there's no distraction, and observe how comfortable you are with yourself. Because if you can't sit with yourself, you will always depend on someone else to feel complete. And dependence destroys power. Now here's an advanced principle: non-reactive presence. This doesn't mean you become cold. It means you remain present without being controlled. Whatever happens around you, you observe it, but your internal state does not shift. And when you reach that level, people can't read you, but they respect you, because you are no longer predictable, you are controlled. Now imagine the same situation, the same delay, the same silence, but you are completely stable. You're not waiting, you're living, and in that moment, you become free. Because freedom is not when everything goes your way. Freedom is when nothing can take you away from yourself. And that is the ultimate level, where attraction is not created by effort, but by presence. Where respect is not demanded, but felt. And where control is not forced, but earned through self-mastery. And at that level, you don't need to impress anyone anymore. People start trying to understand you, because a person who is complete within themselves is rare, and rare is always valuable. And now you understand. This was never about her. It was never about the reply, the delay, the mixed signals, or the confusion. It was always about you, your reactions, your need for validation, your fear of losing something that was never fully yours to begin with. And the moment you see that, everything changes. Because now you're no longer chasing attention, you're controlling your attention. You're no longer waiting for someone to choose you. You're choosing where your energy goes. And that shift is everything. Most people will never reach this level. They will stay stuck in the same cycle, chasing, overthinking, reacting, losing themselves piece by piece, trying to be enough for someone who was never even paying attention. But you stepped out of that loop. You saw the pattern, and once you see it, you can't go back. From this point forward, every interaction will feel different. You'll notice the tests, the patterns, the subtle shifts in behavior. But instead of reacting, you'll remain still. And in that stillness, you gain power. Not loud power, not aggressive power, but quiet, undeniable control. The kind of control that doesn't need to prove anything, because it already knows. And here's the truth: most people will never accept. You don't become attractive by trying to be liked. You become attractive by being unshakable, by being grounded, by being complete within yourself. Because the moment you stop needing someone is the moment they start noticing you. Not because you changed for them, but because you stopped losing yourself for them. And that is rare. And what is rare is always valued. So the next time you look at your phone and there's silence, don't panic, don't overthink, don't react. Just smile, put it down, and go back to your life. Because your life is the real prize. And anyone who wants to be a part of it has to meet you there. Not the other way around. That's the standard. That's the shift. That's the power. If you've made it this far, you're not like most people. You're starting to see what others ignore. So type in the comments, "I control myself," and share this with someone who's still trapped in the cycle. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready to build a mind that cannot be controlled, then subscribe to Silence Authority. Not for motivation, but for transformation. Because this is not about dating, this is about dominance over your own mind. Stay silent, stay aware, stay in control.